Great day, and thank you so much for joining me. I am Natasha L. Brown, healing evangelist and owner of New Peace Wellness. And we are in September. September is Self Care Awareness Month as well as National Suicide Prevention Month. So we wanted to share some information for those are that have or are considering suicide or that have been suffering from depression. Definitely pray that you are getting help. I have suffered from depression in high school and for several years, probably up until I was almost 30. So definitely it is something that you do not want to suffer alone with, seeking professional help. And going across the bottom of this broadcast, there is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline phone number. So definitely take advantage of that if you need someone to talk to. And also, we want to make sure that we share tips. And suicide does not know an age. And let me say it that way. So, depression does not know age, no illness. As a holistic professional, and no illness knows no age. So definitely keep in mind to be aware of the young people that you are around. Be mindful of the adults you are around. Sometimes people are in a state of depression and they look like they are functioning well. They may even be telling you they're okay, but definitely be aware of what is going on around you and those that you engage on a regular basis. So we're going to give you some signs. Knowing the signs definitely to prevent suicide is people that are talking about death and suicide, feelings of hopelessness, saying that they are a burden to others, withdrawing from friends and family, losing interest in activities, extreme mood swings, giving away possessions, and saying goodbye to family and friends. So, definitely, those are some signs that you want to be able to keep in mind and recognize. You may not even get all of those signs together, they may be here and there, but definitely be aware of those that you're talking to so you can be the one that reaches out and assists. Even when the person is saying that they're okay, be aware enough to know whether they're really not. Because sometimes, they may be saying they're okay. And I know for a while I thought that I was fine, but I was not functioning at my fullest and at my best. So definitely keep that in mind. Psalms 118:17 in the Amplified says, I will not die, but live and declare the works and recount the illustrious acts of the Lord. I will not die, but live and declare the works and recount the illustrious acts of the Lord. And that's the Amplified version of Psalms 118:17. So definitely keeping in mind that you have a purpose. You were created for a reason and you are needed here. So whether you think you're a burden or not, definitely reach out to those that you love. Talk to someone, definitely talking to a professional, having a medical professional evaluate you just to make sure that there is not a chemical imbalance. And many times things that we are doing on a regular basis, we are inducing illness. So keep that in mind as well. So with our young people, also there are some different tips. Some of these you can use for adults as well. So suicide is the second leading the cause of death of young people. That's more than all natural causes combined. A teen or young adult dies by suicide every hour and a half. And for every death, there are 15 to 25 times as many attempts of suicide. So young people, definitely we want to keep an eye on, especially now when they are not able to socialized like they were used to. Even with many of them going back to school, you do have a lot that are doing virtual schooling. So they are not engaged as much as they would have been before. With your teens and kids, you want to take it seriously. Even if you are the friend of another person, your friend is talking about suicide, don't brush it off. Talk to them, ask questions. If you don't know the questions to ask, bring them to a trusted adult. Ask, listen, tell. If the threat is immediate, stay with the person. Don't leave them, but definitely get help so that you all can help assist with the person that is in need. Again, bring your friend to a trusted adult. If the adult is not taking it serious, bring your friend to a different adult. But make sure that you are seeking out help and not overlooking it, because you would rather be safe than sorry, and know that there's something that you did do. You did everything that you could. Be a good listener. Sometimes people just need to work things out verbally in their head. It sounded one way, but once you start talking about it and getting the input from someone else, and sometimes you don't even need the input, you just need someone to listen to you. People want to be heard, and when you are a good listener, you are a great friend. Also, make sure that you realize that 30%, 30% of those who attempt suicide tell someone beforehand. So if you're that someone that they are telling, take it seriously and make sure that you are directing them towards help. Again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is scrolling across the bottom. It's 800-273-8255. That is 800-273-8255. And so you can give that out. And with technology, you can do a search and get that if you need to, and dial it immediately from your phone. But definitely make sure that you are taking any talk of suicide or attempt of suicide serious. If you are the one and you're listening to this, definitely we are praying that you are seeking help and that you have those in your life that you can trust in order to make sure that you get the help that you need. Also, you want to make sure that you keep in mind that you do have a purpose. And even if you don't realize what that purpose is right now, you have a purpose and you were created for a reason. God did not create you and then send you here for no reason. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans and the thoughts that I have for you. See, it's already planned out, says the Lord. Plans for peace and well being and not for disaster. Plans to give you a future and a hope. So even when you're feeling hopeless, just remember that God already has a plan for you. He knows who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, and why He sent you here. So definitely there is a reason for you to do what it takes in order to live, in order to be who you were called to be, and in order to make a change in someone else's life. So you are needed, you are loved, and you are powerful. So definitely use your power wisely and do what it takes in order to make sure you are in a healthy mental state, a healthy emotional state, a healthy physical state, and make sure mentally you are where you need to be. And if you're not, there are so many people that are available. There are so many resources available that can assist you in getting to that place. So definitely keep that in mind. So again, I am Natasha L. Brown, and we definitely wanted to bring attention to National Suicide Prevention during this month of September. And if you know someone or if you are someone that is needing help, again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is going across the bottom. Utilize those resources and make sure that you are getting the help that you need. And as always, I'm Natasha L. Brown, healing evangelist and your host. And definitely remember that I love you and that self love, self care, and self compassion are your superpowers.